in this computer. Ooh.
Got it.
Okay, well, Michelle, take the lead.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, first of all, and nice to meet you, everyone. So I'm Michelle. I am based in Naples, and I'm from the Netherlands originally, and which is why we're cooking Greek tonight, obviously. My family-in-law, they're part Greek, so we got a lot of, I got a lot of that culture as well. Learned a lot of those recipes, including this one from my mother-in-law, which is amazing. And yeah, it's a really simple Greek recipe. It goes way back to like Greek, Turkish, Middle Eastern origins. And like Eva and we were just talking about it. I think every culture has their own type of stuffed vegetable dish. And the fun thing is you can make endless variations of this, right? If you want to add meat to the filling, you could add meat. If you want to fill a different vegetable, if you want to use an eggplant or an onion, you can do that as well. So it's completely up to you what you do with this recipe later on. So I'll be cooking live now, and I don't know if most of you will be cooking along live as well. You're also welcome to watch and cook it on your own time or not. You'll have the recipe anyways. And just a reminder, this is not MasterChef. I'm not going to rush you. It's not a competition. We're taking things easy. So, and every time I'm doing anything, my camera will be facing towards my hands, right? The camera will be showing exactly what I'm doing. And if for some reason, if anything is unclear, if you don't understand what I'm doing, or if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me a question anytime. I don't mind. Or you can type your question into the chat. That's fine as well. And I think that's it for me. As for everyone else, I'm just curious as to where everyone's from tonight. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself, so go ahead.
Well, I'm from Venezuela and I live in Colombia.
Awesome. What time is it?
Well, I've been here living 4 years, for 4 years in Colombia.
Oh yeah, awesome. What time is it on the clock right now in Colombia?
I'm here, it says 12:20.
Okay,
PM.
so lunch and we're
It's
having
midnight. Excuse me, midnight? No,
Awesome.
it's not midnight, it's 12:20, okay? Is the time.
Yeah, 12 noon.
It's noon, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Well, nice to have you here tonight. Then we've got Felicia, we've got Eve. Where are you guys from? I'd love to hear.
I am from Italy, but I live in Cambridge. So I'm in Cambridge at the moment.
Okay, amazing. And where in Italy are you from?
From a little village near Bari.
Okay.
Puglia. Yeah, it's the southeast.
I love Puglia. Amazing. All right. Well, glad to have you here tonight, Felicia. And Eve, where are you joining us from?
Hey, nice to meet you, Chef. I'm really excited to learn this recipe because I wanted to learn this for a long time, really. When I visited Lesbos, That was in Greece. My friend made this dish for me, and I didn't get the chance to learn, and it was so delicious. There are so many delicious Greek recipes, actually. So many, and also very similar to Italian cooking. Uses a lot of herbs, and you know, the local fruits and vegetables are so delicious. You don't really need much, you know, seasoning even. It's just yeah, that's the advantage of Mediterranean food. But I'm really excited to learn your recipe tonight. Oh yes, I live in Italy too. I'm Chinese, and I lived in England and Belgium, France, and then I started living here in a city called Rimini in the northeast coast of Italy. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
And this is my second time joining British community Convo, right? I still don't understand what is Convo yet. Maybe.
Okay, so
you can
Convo.
explain.
No. Convo is actually, I should change the name for this. Anyways, Convo is the new brand. We used to be British Community, but now Convo is the new brand sponsored by British Community, because like that's like the name of the company somewhere else or whatever. But like the new brand that we just started this September is called Convo, just because it's not like the classes that we're giving are not only by British teachers and stuff like that. It's just like conversation in English around the world. So that's kind
of okay. So it comes from conversation.
Yes. And a lot of other things like community, conversation.
I thought because that is a combo in Spanish, you know, it's a group combo.
Oh, combo, yes. Sure. In Spanish,
because we are a
combo.
combo. Yes, in a Spanish group or something like that means combo, like we are a group, you know.
It's true. It's true.
Yes, I thought that was, you know.
Sure. Yeah. So sorry for the confusion, but yeah, we technically don't go by British Community anymore. We go by Convo by British Community.
Okay. Cool. That's a little bit clearer now.
No, you're fine.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to start with your cooking.
Well, I am Eva. I am the community manager for Convo, and I'm from the Canary Islands, and I am in the Canary Islands, just in another island, not my original island, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So that's me. What about you, Dominique? I don't know if you're there or not, but we would love to hear from you.
Or not. Well, nice to have you here if you're there. All right.
Nice to meet you too, Dominic. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Right, guys. I guess that's our cue. We'll get started. So I don't think we'll need a lot of time. Maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. No cooking class is the same, right? So let me get to my kitchen. Also, little Greek baby on the way. Another reason.
Congratulations.
It's yeah, Greek, Italian, Dutch. Right. I mean, if at any point, if you can't see very clearly, if the lighting is off or anything,
Yeah.
no, but I think we're good for now, right?
Yeah.
So we can start by taking a nice chopping board, a knife, any knife you like. And we're gonna start by chopping our onion. So you can go ahead and grab that. And we're going to chop it quite finely. I'm using maybe 3/4 of a medium-sized onion. Just one small onion is enough. So you can go ahead and peel that, and then cut it very finely. Let's strip this little skin off. There you go. So that's one difference between Greek and Italian cuisine, though, I suppose. Greeks do love their onion and Italians a little bit less. I love
Really? Italians also love onions.
Yes, but in certain ways. It's more specific, I feel like.
Ah,
And Greeks will with everything, and they'll have raw onion. Yeah.
right.
Also in Italy, you usually never mix garlic and onion, which we're gonna do tonight. So it's tiny differences.
That's true.
So what is the name of the dish? So
Oh yeah, I didn't even say that. Yemista.
yummy stuff.
Yeah, Yemista. So the first letter, it's like between a J and a G, maybe. It's like a yeah.
It's a Greek dish, right? A Greek.
Yes, exactly. Greek pronunciation is a bit tricky. I'm still learning.
Mean.
It literally means stuffed or filled. So that's what we're going to do with the vegetables as well. Okay. So there's my onion. I'm already crying. This is a very potent onion.
Hello, Sebastian. Hi.
Just copied the recipe on our general chat, but I will be emailing to everyone the actual full recipe later, so no worries.
Yeah, you'll have everything written down as well. All right, so this is my onion, quite small. And if you're done with that, you can grab a little bit of garlic, 1 or 2 cloves, whatever your preference is. If you like a lot of garlic, you can use 2 cloves. If you want more of a subtle garlic flavor, you just use 1. And we're also going to very finely chop those. So peel them.
My God. Here in Latin America, they're so little, small. They're so big.
You can definitely use 2 or even 3. So this is kind of my trick to peel them. I just crush them. I crush them with a knife, or you can take a bottle and of
Yeah, they are so. It's easy like that, you know.
yeah, and then the
So,
skin right off.
Yeah.
So we're going to very, very finely chop the garlic. You can also use a garlic press, you know, the little tool to mince garlic if you have that. I'm just going to use my knife.
I do like that, you know, too. So to chop the garlic.
Yeah, that also works. Definitely. As long as you get it small. I don't mind how you do it. Always mind your fingers, by the way. I learned the hard way. Eva, I'm just telling you now, next time, put it in the disclaimer. If anyone hurts themselves while cooking, I'm not responsible, okay?
Yeah, no, please, people, don't cut your fingers. That's like cooking 101. Let's have no blood in the meal.
Yeah.
Not your own blood, you know? So there's
You can dish, right? You can't put blood in it. Right. Garlic to the side. We've chopped that. And just to show you, it's quite fine, right? There we are. And now, once you've done that, you can grab your tomatoes. So I'm using 4 tomatoes. They're a bit larger than I wanted them to be, but they're a nice medium size, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop off the head, let's say, like this. Oh, I'm in my own light. I'll show you better in just a second. So we chop off the top like that for all 4 of them. The little black part in here, we don't want that. Off you go. Okay, and then you can take a spoon, maybe a spoon and maybe a little bowl, because we're going to take the inside out of the tomato and we're going to keep that in a little bowl. So I'm just going to start. There we are. So just be careful to not break the skin of the tomato. And if you would rather use a knife for this, you can also use a knife. We just need to get the inside out. So we want to completely empty it. And so don't throw this away. We're keeping this because that's going to go back into the filling. All right, so that's number 1 done. Nice and empty.
it looks so pretty.
We just get started.
Yeah, normally we don't do this with the tomatoes. Huh? It's
yeah, it's a bit of a different approach.
it's something different to see. Normally you don't see tomatoes this way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. Like, I think I've only ever, done it maybe with like other sturdier ones, like peppers or something like that, but not tomatoes. So that's really cool. I've done it with zucchini as well, actually, like stuffed zucchini.
Yeah.
Wow, zucchini.
Yeah, you can use the same recipe for that as well.
That's awesome.
So we are going to stuff both the tomatoes and also the peppers.
Yeah, we're gonna stuff the tomatoes and the peppers, with the rice.
Not
and-
only the peppers, huh? Not only the peppers.
Yeah, not only the peppers, also the yeah.
Nice.
You know what? Those tomatoes are like a bowl, you know?
Yes, they are.
Uh, no wonder you can do that dish.
Exactly. If you ever run out of plates, you can just use a tomato. All right, getting there. So the nice thing is we're gonna stuff these with the rice later and then put them in the oven. So of course in the oven, all the juices from the tomato come out and that gives an extra nice flavor to the filling as well. All right, so there are my four little empty hollowed out tomatoes. We'll save these for later. You can just put them to the side somewhere. I'm gonna do that here. All right. And last thing we're gonna do is you can grab your zucchini or courgette. I have very small ones. They're just as big as my finger. So I'm using 2 now because they're really, really tiny. But if you have just a small zucchini, you can use that. And we're also going to chop these very finely. So these are into the filling. We're not gonna fill the zucchini themselves. So you can just chop off the ends.
I don't know what is that vegetable.
It's
Yeah, I've never seen that. Well,
You don't have a zucchini?
no, I've never seen that vegetable, you know?
It's like,
To tell the truth.
it's a different type of calabaza or calabacín.
Okay.
Mhm.
I
These are
know.
just very small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's, at least like in Mexico, they would, like here in Spain, they call it calabacín, but in Mexico, they call it calabaza. So I don't know how they say it in Colombia or Venezuela, but I'm assuming a
No,
similar one.
We've never used that that vegetable to make food, you know?
Wow.
Yes, it's strange. So,
Oh,
but instead of that, I can use cucumber instead.
Yeah, but cucumber is totally different from this.
Yeah.
it's too watery, too sweet. So.
Yeah,
But you could put it out. You don't necessarily need this in here. So if you don't have it, that's also not a bad thing. So I'm just gonna cut it into small. I sliced it now, right, like this, and then I'm going to slice it some more and cut it into very, very small cubes. Ooh, I'm running out of space here.
Michelle, is it common for people to grow their own vegetables where you live?
Not really, because especially I live in the center of Naples and there's just no gardens here. People don't have gardens. But
Okay.
outside the city, you find a lot of great pieces of land because it's all volcanic. This whole area is volcanic ground.
Ah.
So it's very fertile. That's very good for growing things.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you go outside of Naples, you'll find more people who do that, definitely. So this is how small I'm cutting the zucchini.
Nice and small.
Yeah. Yeah, just about as small as the onion, I think.
Because the reason I ask is because this kind of small zucchinis are normally only can be found in the farmers market, or if you grow them yourselves, because the zucchinis in the supermarket are very big.
Yeah, true. We don't always have these in the supermarkets. It's also quite seasonal, I suppose. And now definitely it's the end of the season.
Yeah,
This is already a bit late even.
yeah.
But yeah, it's and they also use them for different things. Here, the big zucchinis and the small ones. So that's interesting as well. I just prefer these because they have a lot more flavor, right? Because the bigger a zucchini gets, it's basically more water in there. It's not more flavor, but just more water. So these are great. These are full of flavor, the small ones.
Yeah, the small ones taste good. Felice, do you miss Italian food?
I was gonna say, I really like Michelle's knife. It's so big, so good to cut vegetables. And yes, I do miss Italian food. I do.
I'm sure you do.
Yes, there's
Can you
nobody.
find?
There's
Sorry.
nobody cook for me. I'm not a great.
Can you find nice Italian food in Cambridge?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. You can. Nice pizza, especially.
Oh, that's good.
Great.
Nice.
Or Domino's pizza.
Yeah, you can find Domino's pizza. Yeah, you can find also other type of pizza.
Good.
Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, Hawaiian pizza. No.
Yeah, Hawaiian pizza is offensive to Italians.
Yes, I know that.
What? I didn't.
By
what-
Greek Hawaiian pizza.
What did you just say, Michelle? I missed that.
The Hawaiian pizza was invented by a Greek man.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Greek friends in Canada. The more you know.
interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
I find it offensive because hot
But
pineapple is just so gross to me. But to each their own.
Oh yeah.
but I don't understand. You said a Hawaiian pizza was made for a Greek man, and he was living in Canada, right?
Exactly.
And why Hawaiian? It's not
Because
originally from Hawaii? I don't know. I don't
Because-
understand.
tropical fruit associated. Why? Yeah, it has nothing and nothing to
Okay.
do with that either. So
I understand.
yeah. I got a big aura above my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you're done chopping all your things, so we've got our onion, our zucchini, and our garlic, and then we did our tomatoes as well. If you're done with that, you can grab a little pot, something like this size, and you can put that on the fire, on the stove. Let me just like that. I love cooking on real fire. I can't cook with an electric stove or like an induction stove. I don't know how to do it. I can't. But I guess it's you're used to.
this is something I miss from Italy. You kind of find like gas fire, like stove with gas over here. Everything is electric. And I really miss cooking on on the flame, really.
Yes, it's different.
Yeah. So it's most of the households have electric stoves.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah,
wow.
everywhere. In the Netherlands too, in Germany too. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We can, if you have your pot on the heat, you can add a little bit of olive oil. And with a little bit, I mean a nice amount. I'm going to count my tablespoons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 tablespoons, 4 big tablespoons of olive oil. And I have my flame, I have it quite low, okay, quite soft. I don't want to burn my oil. So I am now going to add the onion first. For now, we're only adding the onion.
Yeah, because white vegetable is first, right?
I suppose, yeah, you start the flavor off with onion and garlic usually. And then garlic also, it burns quite fast. So that's why I add the onion first, and I want to let it get soft. And then we're adding the garlic and the zucchini. All about creating a nice base of flavor in here. Let me see if I can put you closer. All right, I hope it doesn't fall. So this is what's going on. I got the heat on medium now, I suppose. So we're just gonna stir and we're gonna wait a little bit until the onion gets nice and soft. It's starting to smell nice already.
I can basically smell it from here, Michelle. I can basically smell it from here.
Someday it's gonna be true, Eva.
I think that's something they should invent. They should invent a way that you can send smells to other people, right?
I agree.
That was cool.
Maybe even an unpleasant smell to someone you don't like. I guess they figured out how to do that already. Okay, so I can see that some of the onions are getting a little bit of color. They're turning a bit more of a golden color. And they've become a bit more soft and translucent almost. So I think at this point, we're ready to add. We can add our garlic and our zucchini as well. So that goes in. Garlic. Oh. And zucchini. Putting the closer again, or not. There we are. So keep stirring it now because the garlic, it's quite easy to burn your garlic. We don't want that. So keep stirring it. Ooh. I got attacked by a little piece of zucchini. Let me put these pieces in too. All right, so we're going to stir this for maybe 1 more minute. This is smelling really nice.
Really? Yes, I know. We know.
I'm getting hungry.
Well, to tell the truth, we are imagining, you know, that. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't have dinner either.
Oh my God.
This is not very good.
Yeah. And I haven't lunched yet.
Yeah, I'm used to eating my dinner very late, around 10 p.m. usually. All right.
That's how
so-
Spaniards do it. You're fine. You're just like Spanish, Michelle. It's fine. That's how we eat it. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, you were gonna say something.
So this is looking a bit darker now, a bit more golden. So at this point, I'm going to take these, the inside, right? With the juice and everything. There we go.
Yes, I'm hungry.
Okay, so now we want to let this simmer a little bit until all the parts of the tomato get soft. And at this point, I'm also going to add a little bit of salt, maybe half a teaspoon, so a small spoon, right? Half of a teaspoon of salt in there. And you can also, if you want to, already add some black pepper.
I'm just thinking, if after I have learned this recipe and I start making this for me tonight, when will I be having dinner?
Wow.
Probably 11.
Yes.
By the
sounds-
time the rice is cooked.
Yeah.
Oh no, the peppers are baked.
And also because yeah, it needs more than an hour in the oven.
Yeah, I guess so.
You could prepare it tonight and save it for lunch tomorrow. It's
That's true. That's a good idea.
gonna be delicious tomorrow as well.
Maybe even more delicious.
Yeah, they do say that about every oven
Yeah.
dish, right? It's better
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel the same way about like stews. Like there's these stews in Spain that we call potajes, or specifically in the Canary Islands, and like they just
Ooh.
taste so much better the next day. Like you
The
make it
next
in a
day.
pot and it's just like so much better the next day than it was like you know,
Yeah.
done the day of. I don't know. Especially like lentils or stuff like that that have like yeah, legumes. I feel like it's better the next day for some reason.
Yeah, true.
Yes. For curries too. I think the
Ooh.
spices and the herbs, they you know, they get to know each other better. Yes, so they are more blended, become one.
All right. So I'm going to let this just simmer. I'm going to let this bubble for a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to do something else. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to take my potatoes. So I'm leaving the skin on. I already washed these potatoes, so they're clean. I'm leaving the skin on. And I'm going to just chop them into, well, I'll show you how big. Oh, that's a tough one. Chop into rather large pieces. Let me get an example for you. Somewhat like this, right? So the potatoes, they will be cooked along in the oven. So they're not going into the filling, but there will be like a little side dish almost. That is one tough potato. Come on. There you are.
It looks super tasty though. I like really want potatoes now.
So yeah, I'm using about 3 potatoes, 3 medium-sized ones. There we are. And we're not only going to cook these potatoes in the oven, we're going to pan fry them for a little bit. So next thing I'm going to do, take you back here.
My God, that looks delicious.
A little frying pan, and I'm going to put this over.
Don't you put a little soy sauce? Don't you?
Sorry.
Don't you put a little soy sauce? Don't you?
with if I put sauce where?
That's right. But soy.
Soy?
Soya, se dice soya, ¿no? Soy.
Yeah, you're saying it right. He's asking if you would put soy sauce to the
Soy
potato.
sauce. Uh-huh.
But I think like with this dish, maybe that's not where that goes. I don't know.
No?
You're the expert, Michelle. You say something.
Yeah.
No, I put soy sauce in this dish. No.
No.
Yeah.
No, not for the Greek dish. No,
Yeah.
I don't think you put soya sauce.
You kind of not allowed when it's Greek food, but I mean, if you like that flavor, I love soy sauce. If you think you would like that in there, by all means, go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, because it does enhance flavors, right? Soy sauce makes almost everything better. So let's see. I'm going to put this little pan on a flame as well. I'm putting it on the heat now. So in there, I will just quickly fry the potatoes.
What are you going to use to fry the potatoes?
Just a little bit of olive oil. So what I want to do is, I don't want to cook the potatoes. I just want to give them some color on the outside, basically. So very quickly in a hot pan.
Mhm.
So you use oil for frying things.
Yes, so we're not deep frying, so it's not going to be a layer of oil. I'm just using
Right.
2 tablespoons of oil now.
Okay.
Just sauteing or pan frying, I suppose. Yeah, it's a very confusing term, the word frying, because some people use it for deep frying, some people use it for sauteing, so many different cooking terms. So yeah, I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil in this pan. It's already quite hot and I want it to be quite hot. So when it's hot, you can put in your potatoes. Careful now, don't burn yourself. There we are. Oh no, wrong one. Okay, so these potatoes, I'm keeping them on quite a high flame. I want this pan to be very hot. And so I'm just going to wait until these potatoes get a little bit of color. I want them to be a little bit brown on the outside, but I still want them to be quite hard. So I don't want them to be cooked through at all. Just want some color because color is flavor as well. So just let that be. This is how my filling is looking right now, the base. So that's starting to look really nice, but I still have these bigger pieces of tomato. I would like them to be a little bit softer, but maybe I should just take them out and chop them with a knife. I think I'll do that actually.
Michelle, in that part is with a little flame or a high flame?
This is on a small flame, on a low flame now.
Uh-huh.
And the potato is on a very high flame. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to take the big pieces out and I'm going to cut them a little bit more with my knife. Otherwise, we're going to wait all evening for this to get soft. Right. All right, so I just cut these tomato, the bigger parts of the tomato, right? That I took from here. I just cut them a little smaller. Back in there. There we go. All right, and at this point, now this is looking really nice. It's smelling nice. Everything is soft.
Yes, I know. I know.
And so at this point, we can put our rice in here. So I'm using 150 grams of rice, which is a very small bowl of rice. It looks like it's not going to be enough, but trust me, it will be.
What type of rice are you using?
This is called, let me show you. It's this one, Miribe.
Risotto.
It's like a rice that you could use for risotto as well.
Okay.
Try to.
So not long grain risotto.
The rice is the best. It's a short grain, more of a round grain. But you could even choose, for example, a basmati rice.
Okay.
As well. So I got the rice in here now.
In Venezuela, there are many Italian restaurants, you know?
Yeah, the potatoes, I don't know if you see, especially this one. This is what I want. You see a little bit of color on the outside. So I think I will keep the potatoes on a high flame, on a very hot flame, for maybe 1 more minute until all of them are a little bit like this one. That's what I want. Just a little bit of color. All right, and now this rice is going to need a little bit of water. So I can't tell you an exact amount, but we just want to cover the rice with water. So I'm just using cold water in there, just enough. Yeah, do you see that? And so everything is now underwater. That's all we need. And I still have this on a very low flame. And from this point, when you have it on a low flame, you want to cook this for about 5 minutes. So also the rice, we're not cooking it until it's done. We're just starting the cooking process, because for the rest of the time, this rice will finish cooking in the oven, right? And I think my potatoes are about done as well.
Michelle, why didn't you put hot water for the rice?
Why do I put the water in the rice?
Hot water.
Why I
Oh,
put it there?
well, I don't know. I'm curious, you know. I'm so little curious.
Yeah, just because we can't put it in the filling dry, because the rice will need to soak up a lot of liquid, you know, to cook, because otherwise it's just going to be very hard.
Okay.
So it does need a little bit of liquid. All right, my potatoes are done. I turned off the flame, and as you can see, they've all got a little bit of color on there, right? So that's what I want. So they are done cooking now. They're still very hard. And I'm going to also put a little bit of salt on the potatoes. Not too much. I'm just going to go for a little pinch of salt on the potatoes. Maybe 2 pinches, why not? That's up to you, you can decide. All right. Potatoes done. Rice almost done. I just want to taste the rice now, or I want to taste the liquid maybe, because the rice is going to be very hard. I just want to taste to check if I want to put some more salt and maybe some more pepper in here. Just a little taste test. Yeah, it's nice, but I like a little bit more salt in here. And again, you can decide how much.
Looking really good, Michelle.
Thank you. It's amazing.
I wish I could taste for you.
Always welcome to join me here. At least we're in the same country.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to try this.
All right. So this is still going. I'm going to let it cook for another 2 minutes maybe. So this rice, I just want it to cook for 5 minutes total. Now let's see. While I finish the rice, I am going to chop some of these fresh herbs that we got. So I'm using mint and parsley. Let me show you how much of each. I've mixed them all together now. So yeah, this bit of mint, something like this, and a little bit more parsley. I like parsley. Something like that, right? A small bunch. And usually you would put dill in here too, because dill is a very typical Greek herb, but I couldn't find it in the store today. So I guess we're making it without dill, but if you have it, definitely use it, because it's a lovely herb.
I notice mint is used in many Greek dishes, huh?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And
a lot of mint, a lot of oregano, and
Yeah,
dill. Yeah.
and also dill, yes. But mint tastes so good in food.
Oh yes,
It's
literally.
really has a really special flavor.
Yes, I really love it.
And there are so many different types of mint also in Greece.
Yeah. Yeah, there's crazy ones. Pineapple mint recently, which literally smells like apple, and you've got chocolate mint now. It's crazy.
So
Huh? You mean natural flavor? Natural.
Yes, so the flavor is really in the plant. I don't know how they do that, but they do it. So I'm just taking all the leaves of the little stems, right? And the stems, maybe later I'll use it for something else. But I'm just using the leaves now. And I think it's been 2 minutes now, so I'm going to turn off the rice. Yeah. Okay. Let me show
I'm
you.
wondering if
I don't know if you can see it very clearly. Turning off the rice now.
okay.
So it's still very, it's not like a soup, but it's still quite liquid. It's not dry. Let me say it that way. It's not dry, which is what we want. Okay, so that is done as well. Putting that to the side. And then as a last thing, I'm going to chop these herbs. So we just want to finely chop these as well.
Do you know the cilantro?
Oh yes, I love it.
Ah, okay.
We don't use it a lot in Greek cuisine,
Uh-huh.
never in Italian cuisine, but I love it.
Yeah, it's delicious.
The thing about cilantro is Italians, well, 99 out of 100 Italian people don't like cilantro, don't like coriander at all.
Very true.
Why? Why is that?
I think also, I don't want to speak for Italians, but I think also because a lot of people are not used to it. And then there's the thing that a lot of people say that it's literally a genetic thing, right? People, it's like soap. Not even your
Right.
fault if you don't like it.
Cannot take that flavor, huh? Cannot take the flavor of coriander, maybe.
Yeah. People
It's very
dislike-
interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah. Because a lot of dishes use coriander actually, but in Italy you have to replace it with parsley.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And also they don't really sell it.
Yeah.
I've been in terrace. Okay. Well. That's looking nice. All right. I think that's good. That's very finely chopped. So this I'm now going to put into my rice. I'll take you over there again. So these herbs are going in here. just stir it. Again, this pan is now off the fire. Also, because these herbs are quite delicate, we don't want to cook them too much. And look at those nice colors. That's quite nice looking. Good.
I can smell it. I really can smell it.
It looks it looks creamy.
Yeah, because the rice is not like yeah, there's still some juice left in the rice. It's not completely dry.
And that's very important too, because otherwise it's going to get very crunchy in the oven. We don't want crunchy rice.
Mm.
Speaking of oven, I think at this point I'm going to turn on my oven because it's almost time to put everything together. So I'm preheating my oven to 180 degrees Celsius, that is. So 180 degrees. Making a lot of noise today, but okay. You guys over here now. Got my aura again. I'll be taking my oven dish. I see your reflection in here. There you are. What size is it? Let me see. From my elbow to the beginning of my hand. That's the size of it. I think 30 centimeters, 35 maybe. Right. So I want to first put some more olive oil at the base of this oven dish. So I'm just going to freehand it, but I think about 2 or 3 tablespoons. Something like that. And I just want to brush that, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my little brush, but you can use a little piece of paper or whatever you have. I just want to cover that. Also the sides. Get it nice and oily. In Mediterranean cuisine, there's no such thing as too much oil, which I love. Okay, so the first thing we're going to put in our oven dish are the potatoes. So these potatoes are gonna go right in here. There we are. Okay, and then we can kind of place our vegetables. And of course, I still need to open my peppers as well. So let's do that. That goes to the side. So I'm using these really nice looking peppers.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're
Beautiful peppers.
They grow locally here. We call them papachelle. I don't know, Felicia, if you have them in Puglia as well, but here we call them papachelle. So whatever pepper you're using, you can just like the tomatoes, we're gonna cut off the little top.
I think I've never seen them in Puglia, but I'm pretty sure I've seen them somewhere here, like Waitrose and, you know, this type of big
Supermarket chain.
supermarket chain. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Waitrose definitely has this kind of thing.
Yeah.
More option, or Marks and Spencer maybe.
Little snack. All right, so you just want to do the same thing as the tomatoes, right? Just get the seeds out and the white parts. Just take that out. I just use my fingers for that, just pull it out. Cut to the middle here. Sometimes you need to make a little opening. Here. Okay. So that's our peppers done. So I'm putting these in here as well. I hope I have enough space. I should. Come on, one more. Where can we fit you? Okay, yeah, I think I've got it. All right, that's a perfect fit. So I've got peppers and then the potatoes at the bottom, right? So now all we need to do is fill this with our rice. Here we are. So we don't want to completely fill our vegetables because this rice, it's still going to grow and expand in the oven because it's not fully cooked yet. So it's going to get bigger. So we don't want to fill the tomatoes and the peppers completely because then they would explode, let's say.
Okay.
So maybe until a centimeter below the edge, you can place the filling. And I'll show you up close in a bit. So not completely full. Oh. Basically, you only need 1 big tablespoon to fill each little vegetable. There's not a lot of space inside here.
I could just eat them like this.
Yes.
No need to bake. Do you normally put cheese in this kind of dishes on top to sprinkle cheese, or not really?
In this specific one, no, because traditionally it's a vegan recipe.
Okay.
what I like to do towards the end, just in the last 5 minutes in the oven, I put a little bit of feta on top. I really like that. But yeah, you could add any cheese you like, really. This would be nice with a little bit of Parmesan even.
I would add some vegan Parmesan or vegan feta cheese.
Yes, that's lovely.
Oh,
Yeah,
so nice.
Michelle, I don't know if you know this, but Eve is a vegan chef, so of course she would add vegan cheese.
Love that.
Is that true or you're joking?
No, it's not a joke.
Ah,
It's true.
ah,
True or false? True.
that's okay. Do you work in a restaurant or something like that, Michelle?
Yeah, I had my restaurant actually.
Ah, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
had my
That's-
restaurant, my restaurant was 100% vegan in Rimini.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I had it for 5 years. 5 years.
Oh, interesting.
So you don't have it anymore, or?
No, I don't have it anymore. I sold it. I just sold it a few months ago.
Oh, okay, good for you. So
Thank
did
you. Yeah, I feel like I need it. I need to have a break from
Yeah.
From restaurant.
Restaurant world is very tough. That's why I started
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
that.
Very tough work. Very hard work.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I would love to know more about like vegan baking and stuff, like sweets and desserts.
Our vegan cakes were the most famous in town. And even now, I still have customers ordering cakes from me.
And what do you do? Do you prepare them or not? Or not?
You mean what cakes?
Yes, do you prepare
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Look great.
Left here, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Now, if you want to, but I don't do that, but if you want to, you could even put the lid
The lid.
back on if you want it. But I usually don't do that because the rice on top in the oven, it gets just a little bit crispy, and that's actually quite delicious. So I like to keep them open, but you can do whatever you want. Then we need to do two more things before putting this in the oven. So we're actually going to add a little glass of water to the base of this oven dish. And that's just going to help it steam in the oven, because we're going to put in a little bit of water and then cover it with aluminum foil, so it kind of steam cooks in the oven, right? So I'm going to fill just one drinking glass, a normal drinking glass, with water and pour that in here.
That's a good idea, actually. So the peppers don't get too dry. You pour it into the dish.
Oh, not in the pepper, so I poured it on the side here. So
in
now,
the potatoes, yeah.
so now it's on the bottom. Some olive oil and some water.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like to put a little bit more olive oil on top, just a little drizzle.
Sure.
So it's nice and crispy as well. So I'm just gonna put a finger or two on here. Not everything comes out, and just drizzle it like that. That's a lot, but we like a lot.
There can never be too much olive oil.
Possible. So last thing I'm gonna do is wrap this. I'm just gonna take some aluminum foil and wrap it over the top. Let's see. Don't want that piece. That's a perfect fit. Wrap it like a little present. And then basically you want to kind of, yeah, put it in the oven like this. So it kind of steams from the bottom, right? Because the water at the bottom will evaporate and help cook the rice. And then after 45, maybe even 50 minutes, it depends on your oven. After more or less 45 minutes, you can take this off. You take the foil off again, and then you let it finish cooking for another 20 minutes. So 45 or 50 minutes with the foil on, and then take the foil off, and another 20 minutes back in the oven.
Okay. All right.
Everything should be really nice and soft and tasty. There we are. So that's our little wrapped present. Doesn't look delicious anymore because it just looks metallic right now, but what's in here is quite delicious. So with that, yeah, I'm going to put it in my oven right now and set the first timer for 45 minutes. Why not? Let's do this. And
Sorry, I have to say goodbye, okay, because I have to work, okay?
Okay, Johan. We will send you the recipe later though, so you can make it at home. No worries.
Yes, that's right. Michelle, delicious, okay? It's delicious.
For
That looks
sure,
delicious,
it's
okay?
delicious. No
Yes.
doubt.
Thank you for that, really. Okay, I have to say bye. Okay,
Bye.
well,
bye bye. I have to work. Okay, bye. Eve. Bye. Eve or Eve?
Eva.
Eva. Okay.
Yes,
Bye
and
bye.
Eva.
Okay. Bye bye Eva. Bye Eva. Bye Felicia. Bye Michelle.
Bye, Johan.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye bye.
you.
Bye Dominique. Nice to meet you, Dominique.
And Sebastian too. Sebastian.
Yes. Okay. Sebastian. Bye. That's okay.
Bye. All right, that's our dish finished. So now we just need to wait. And with that, I will also leave you for tonight. And I hope you learned something new. And as I said, with this recipe, you can probably think of endless variations. As I said, you can fill different vegetables. You can use different herbs in here. You can add basil or rosemary or dill, whatever you want, or some oregano would be nice. So yeah, I hope you can get started with that. And of course, I need to tell you that I will be hosting an online class every 2 weeks from now. So I will be doing one later in October, 2 in November, and then 1 or 2 in December, depending on when this little lady decides to come. And so if you'd like to join me for the future classes, Eva has a lovely link for you ready. They've got it all written down there, the different recipes that we'll be cooking.
Michelle,
so yeah.
I think I mistakenly thought it was 3 instead of 4. And so the link says for 4, but we can fix it in a second. It'll be for 4. It's just that we would have to like change the prices and such. So let me talk to Steve because we literally just changed it to 3 because I got confused. So I'm sorry. But that's where the link is. You can get the package right there.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a package for 3 or 4. Either is fine with me, by the way, Eva. So
Okay.
whatever.
Cool.
And in the next lessons, it's gonna be international theme. I've got Indonesian nasi goreng that I will be cooking next time, I suppose. We'll do a little Thanksgiving special around Thanksgiving and some other stuff. So yeah, it would be great to see you in one of the next lessons. And thank you so much for joining. It was lovely to cook with you or for you together tonight. So thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
thanks a lot,
you.
guys. Thanks for coming, for sure.
Thank you.
It was good. It was really good.
Michelle, could you send us a photo of the cooked dish later?
I
Yeah.
will.
It's-
I will
Yeah,
do-
either a photo or a very quick video if possible. And
Yeah.
then we can see the final result of the dish would be lovely.
Yeah,
Lovely.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really curious to see. I'm sure it's delicious. I'm definitely going to try making this. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing.
If you ever cook it and you, I would also love to see a picture of yours.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Deal.
Cool.
Great, you guys. Well, I'll leave you to it for your evenings and hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, you too.
See you soon. Thanks.
Guys, take care.
Bye bye.
Thank you again.